Every year, our community comes together for one incredible day of golf, but the impact lasts far beyond the final putt. The Crystal Cup Golf Tournament has become one of the Athens-Limestone Hospital Foundation's signature fundraising events, helping bring new technology and enhance patient care to our hospital. Today on Healthy Conversations, we're joined by Foundation Director Caroline Canestrari to talk about this year's tournament, the life-saving equipment it will help fund, and why there's still time for businesses and community members to get involved. Joining me are Jordan and Carina. Welcome, Caroline. Well, Caroline, for anyone who's not familiar with the foundation, tell us a little bit about its mission.
Okay, so the foundation was actually founded in 1999 by the hospital board of directors. So it's been around for a few years now, but we are the major fundraising arm for Athens-Limestone Hospital. We are a nonprofit hospital, meaning we do not turn away anybody regardless of their ability to pay. So we raise money for different upgrades in medical technology, different pieces of equipment. We have employee givers that support the foundation, and we provide helping hands grants to all the different departments and clinics. We have a women's fund called the Pink Elephant Fund, where we provide mammogram scholarships for women not covered by health insurance and upgrades to women's health diagnostic equipment. So the foundation does a lot of different things for the hospital.
Well, the golf tournament, I know, is one of the signature events. How has it grown over the years?
So this will be my 8th golf tournament, and I know the Crystal Cup was happening way before I came in. So I know that it started out at the other golf course in Athens, and it's grown, and it's now held at Canestrari. The golf tournament sells out every year. I think it's a really fun event and competitive at the same time. It's a wonderful way to support the hospital and building those relationships with the players, the volunteers, and the sponsors. It's been really, really special and fun to watch.
Well, I was going to ask what makes it so special, but I would assume the fact that it sells out every year.
Yes, it's really fun. We've been blessed with pretty good weather every year, and I think one of the most special parts for me is building those relationships with the sponsors. The Jimmy Smith Auto Group has been the presenting sponsor since the beginning of the golf tournament, since the start of the Crystal Cup Golf Tournament, and then all the other wonderful sponsors and the team players and volunteers. It's just, you build those special relationships with those supporters, and it's so fun to watch everyone come together and support a mission.
Caroline, tell us a little bit about this year's tournament.
Okay, so this year's Crystal Cup is going to be on Monday, September 21st. It is going to be at Canestrari this year. We will be serving lunch at the Canestrari Club. Southern Table's going to be serving lunch at noon. Registration and check-in will begin about 11:30, so then we'll serve lunch. And the tournament, the shotgun start, will start at 1 p.m. that day. So there are only a couple of team spots left. We've already up to 28 teams. The tournament is really well attended. It's really competitive and fun at the same time. So we are almost sold out. We have a couple of team spots left.
So why has this event become such a popular commodity with the community and bringing everybody together for healthcare?
I think, for one thing, I think people are, passionate about our hospital and come together to support the mission. And also, I think with it being at Canestrari, it's such a great location and place to play golf. I think that makes it a really popular tournament. And so I think it's just all good things, coming together, and all of the sponsors just continue to support, and it's a fun, competitive way to support the hospital.
So with the foundation, I know every event they do supports a different cause, like the Pink Elephant Fund and breast cancer. What does the golf tournament support?
So every year we kind of step back and look at all the different needs within the hospital, and we raise money for different pieces of equipment, and we've done that every year. So this year we are raising money for an EBUS machine. This is an Endobronchial Ultrasound machine. We have a pulmonologist, Dr. RN, and this would be a tool that he would be able to use with his patients and for the community in diagnosing lung infections, lung cancer, inflammation, all types of things. It's kind of the gold standard that pulmonologists like to use. So we are raising money for that.
Awesome. And how will that technology benefit people in Athens Limestone?
I think it would be a great technology to add. Pulmonology is a new service line that we offer here in Athens, and to have that piece of equipment would really enhance Dr. Aron's ability to diagnose and treat his patients. So it would be a great benefit for our community.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we hope to have him on to talk about that equipment kind of later on to explain more about that process. So, but I know he's very excited, and I know the hospital is very
He
excited
is,
about
yes.
the possibilities that come with that new equipment.
Absolutely. Yes, it'll be a great benefit for our community. We have been raising money for this piece of equipment, and we continue to do so with the Crystal Cup. So we're looking forward to the tournament and everybody coming together to raise money for the EBUS.
Well, and talking about raising money, obviously things like this don't happen without the sponsors. So, why is the sponsor support just so important for an event
Oh my
like
goodness.
this?
Our sponsors are the backbone of our events and give us the ability to raise money for the hospital. We have so many continued sponsors throughout the year, and the Jimmy Smith Auto Group, Buick GMC, and Smith Infinity, they've been the presenting sponsor and supporters of the hospital for many, many years. And then there are so many others too. I have them written down: Robbins and Morton, Athens State, Redstone Federal Credit Union, GM Financial, Valley ENT, Brassfield and Gorey, Vandy's Heating and Air, Zaxby's, Morrell Engineering, Pepsi, Engel and Volkers, Canebrake and the Southern Table, and others to name as well. It takes a village to raise money, and they play such a huge role in helping us make these upgrades in medical equipment and technology for the hospital. So we just appreciate our sponsors so much.
So, what kind of statement do you feel like it makes for our local businesses and sponsors to support the foundation?
It makes a huge statement. A strong community is a healthy community, and that just shows that they, stand beside their community and their local healthcare providers, and it means the world. It really does, to watch these sponsors continue to make a difference with their support and their donations.
So, it really is more than just financial support.
Yes, absolutely.
With them putting their name kind of behind some of these sponsors.
Yes, and I think, like you said, it's more than that. It's like a ripple effect too. When one person gives, it can cause a ripple effect, and it's just like when you throw a rock on the water and you watch the ripple effect. It's the same with fundraising, can be like that as well. And it's been awesome to watch that over the years.
Yes, I know you said there's only a couple team spots left, but if businesses still want to participate in any other way, what can they do?
Absolutely. So there is a way that businesses can support this event. So as you all may know, we celebrated a pretty big birthday this year at the hospital, 75 years of Athens-Limestone Hospital providing care for our community. So we have kind of turned it into a campaign, an opportunity for businesses to support this golf tournament. So we're doing 75 signs for 75 years. So you can purchase a whole sign, which is basically, it's a corrugated yard sign that will be placed strategically on the golf course, on all the different greens, and it will have your business name and logo. It's a great way to showcase your business and support the Crystal Cup and Hospital Foundation. And so we have a goal of 75 signs, and we have sold 38. So we are well on our way. We really want to meet this goal. Each whole sign is $200. So it's a small contribution that can make a huge difference. When you add all those contributions together, it can really, really raise a lot of money. So like I said, we've sold 38. If you're listening and you want to support the Crystal Cup this year, this is a great way to do it and help us reach our goal for the EBUS campaign. So if you have any information, you can reach out. If you need any information, you can reach out to the Hospital Foundation. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We have our website as well where you can reach us.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, I think you're keeping a running total on your social media for people to follow too. So.
Yes. Absolutely.
And aside from monetary sponsorships, how else can people help when it comes to volunteering with the tournament?
So, as you know, with events, it takes a village to help them run smoothly. So we do have we need volunteers for this event. We have registration. We need volunteers to help us hand out. We hand out a team gift to each team player. We also have hole watchers. There's a hole-in-one contest where you can actually win a car. That's one of the most fun parts about this golf tournament. There is a car usually on hole number 3 and 17. It's usually a Jimmy Smith Buick GMC car or Smith Infinity. And if a golfer gets a hole-in-one, they win a car. So part of that, you have to have a witness, like a hole watcher. And I know, Jordan, I think you've volunteered at one of those. It's a lot of fun.
Wouldn't that be cool to see somebody win a car?
I have.
Has someone? I was about to ask if
I have
someone has.
one time, and it was for another golf tournament that I volunteered at in Huntsville at the Ledges, and I witnessed a hole-in-one. I saw someone win a car. It was amazing.
So cool.
So we're manifesting that
exciting.
for
Yeah.
Athens.
I think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen this year.
I thought I was going to see it last year when
You
I was there. It
almost
was
saw
close,
one?
very close. I seen it
Close.
ricochet off a retaining wall and almost went in for the
Oh, my
hole-in-one,
goodness.
but barely missed it. So,
Yeah.
very, very, very nice event. Very interesting. So, Caroline, tell us why it's so important for the local community to invest in healthcare here.
So, like I said, the Hospital Foundation, we raise money for so many different things, and we want to provide the best care that we can for our hometown. We want people to be able to come to our hospital. We have amazing healthcare providers, amazing team, staff, nurses, techs. And so we want to continue providing upgrades in the latest and greatest in medical technology and equipment. We have different programs. We have our patient assistance program for patients that aren't covered by health insurance. They may have some necessities upon discharge. They may need medications or clothing or help with transportation, to reduce those hospital readmissions. We want a healthy, strong community. Women's health is important. And we also have our ALH ambassador program, with our juniors and seniors in high school. There's just so many different ways to support your local hospital. There's different ways to get involved. Even if you can't support monetarily, you can also support. We have our volunteer program. I'm also over the volunteer program, so there are ways you can serve without, giving back financially. You can serve with your time as well. So it's just so important to support your local health care. A strong hospital is everything, and a strong, healthy community. So we appreciate our supporters and donors so much. They truly make a difference.
And so would you say, explain a little bit how what you do impacts, patient experience?
So, when people donate, they can, it improves our quality of care. And like our employee givers, for example, give back to the hospital, and we're able to grant these helping hands grants to all of our hospital clinics in all departments. So we're able to make these upgrades because the quality of care and the patient experience is so important. We want to provide the best and make those upgrades for things that are not within the budget. It allows us to do that.
Yeah, some of those things are things that the frontline employees have seen the need for.
Yes.
And bring it to their directors and kind of like, can we put this on for
Absolutely.
a helping hands grant?
Yes.
Because employees are investing in that, and then they see it, they know better than anybody.
Right.
Yes, and that's a whole other topic we could talk about one day,
Yeah.
is our employee givers and all that we've been able to, improve and purchase to improve that patient experience.
And what people don't realize is what may be small to somebody is huge to the next person who's
Absolutely.
requesting it. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, and kind of closing on this, what is your vision for the future of the Hospital Foundation's signature events like the Crystal Cup? And of course, I'll just go ahead and throw it out there that the Pink Elephant is sold out. So,
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean,
So the Crystal Cup, my vision is I hope to see it continue every year. I'd love to see it grow. Maybe we could have another flight and fill it up completely. You always want to continue to grow and raise more money for the hospital for programs and upgrades in medical equipment and technology. So just more growth and more participation would always be wonderful.
And I know y'all are always looking at other opportunities to not only continue to raise money, but also to have events that the community can feel engaged in and participate in and feel like they're donating for an experience themselves in participation. So
Yes, the golf tournament's a perfect way to do that too, to participate, have fun, and raise money all at the same time.
What's your favorite part of tournament day?
I think it's the people for me. I know that's a generalized statement, but it's the relationships you build with the sponsors every year and seeing those team players come together every year and just enjoying time together and having a good time. It's a really fun day.
Yeah, I know the employees who get a chance to get out of the hospital to come and
Yes.
volunteer, enjoy that opportunity.
They
to
have a
come and
good time.
volunteer. Yeah, have a good time.
That-
Okay, so finish.
I was
You wanna
going
say
to ask
that?
her a
Yep, go
question.
ahead.
I was going to. You can have that question. I want to ask her another question. Since you've been doing this for several years, you said about 8 years you've done this. What's the best golf advice you've ever received?
Golf advice?
What's the best golf advice you've been doing a golf tournament for 8
Oh
years?
my
What's the
goodness,
best golf advice
Jordan.
you've ever received?
I'm not a golfer.
Wear your sunscreen.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good one.
That's a good one because let me tell you, there's probably out of half of the golf tournaments, I've forgotten my sunscreen. And these tournaments being in September, you're kind of into fall time, but it's still typically.
Not in Alabama.
I'll tell you mine.
I
Don't
cannot-
forget your hat. And I'm bald headed and I forgot my hat last time. I had to buy one. So.
Oh, well, they have something for that this year.
Oh, well.
Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned
like
for that.
that.
There might be something to help with that. But sunscreen, thank you for saying that because I have forgotten it
That would be
about
what I
half of the
forget.
time. I can't tell you how many times I've had sunburnt shoulders.
Yeah.
And so painful the next day
Yeah.
after the golf tournament. So, yes, bring your sunscreen and just come out and have a good time.
And a change of socks if it's been raining the day before.
Yes,
'Cause
I'm
that-
crossing my fingers though that we've really lucked out with good weather. So
That's my experience at a golf tournament is, that heavy dew that sits on that
Yes.
thick grass. And when you're out there first thing before the sun dries it off, I mean, your tennis shoes can just get,
they can.
So,
Absolutely.
soaked. Well, as we finish, I want you to finish this sentence. The Crystal Cup makes a difference because.
The Crystal Cup makes a difference because the community comes together to better health care for Athens-Limestone Hospital.
Good answer. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Caroline, thank you for sharing how the Crystal Cup Golf Tournament is making a real difference for patients across our community. It's inspiring to see businesses, golfers, volunteers, and supporters all coming together with one goal, improving healthcare close to home. Thank you to Jordan and Carina for joining today's conversation, and thank you to all of our sponsors and supporters for investing in the health of our community. We hope you'll join us on the course or consider becoming a sponsor and help us continue making a difference together.